Ladies and gentlemen and ninjas, welcome back to the Decon podcast here on the African Geekdom Corner with me, your boy JP. Oh boy, do I have something for you today. I'm about to stick my foot in it. Should we, or should Marvel and Disney consider recasting Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa, the character King T'Challa, the Black Panther? Recast or not recast? That is the question here. So grab your coffees. Let's get into some trouble, shall we?
Maximum effort.
And so here we are. A discussion for the ages. Should King T'Challa be recast after the tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman? This subject is as divisive to the MCU fandom as the Snyderverse issue is for the DC fandom. And by the way, hashtag restore the Snyderverse all day, every day. When I told the other members of the channel that I was going to be discussing this, their response were kind of like, and yeah, who can blame them? Nobody wants to stick their foot in this. We don't really know where this is going to go. Now, I do pay attention to what's happening in the news, and I do understand that Kevin Feige did reach an agreement with Chadwick's wife and family that they would not be recasting Chadwick for, well, at least for the next Black Panther movie. I don't know if they meant forever. But I do also believe that with all the multiverse shenanigans going on, there will eventually be a new T'Challa from another universe, played by another actor, of course. But just in case not, because some people, I see that they are squarely on the side of don't recast Chadwick Boseman. No other T'Challa other than Chadwick Boseman. And I fall on the side of recasting, just so you know, right off the top, being upfront, because I think it's doing a disservice to the character not recasting him, because I firmly believe that no actor is bigger than the character they're playing, and certainly not bigger than the franchise or the universe that they are in. The only exception right now being, I suppose, Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, because let's face it, without Tom Cruise that franchise would not be what it is. And if they do continue past Tom Cruise, they can't recast Ethan Hunt. They're gonna have to pass it on to another character, but they can't recast Ethan Hunt. That said, Tom Cruise is gonna have around 8 movies now. So the character Ethan Hunt has had his run, unlike T'Challa, who hasn't. There's been one Black Panther movie, just one. I believe Chadwick has been in 4 movies in all, but only one has told his story. And his passing is before the MCU could even introduce the X-Men. And for those who don't know, the character Storm, Aurora Monroe, does become T'Challa's wife. And this was in one of the animated movies where they had a son, extremely powerful with Storm's powers, and also is the king of Wakanda, so he's the heir to the Black Panther. I don't want people to miss out on that. And there's an argument also being made that, we can't erase Chadwick's legacy. We should make Shuri the next Black Panther. If people want to see T'Challa in the movies, they can still go back and watch those movies. My counterpoint to that is, the next generation, they're not going to be aware that T'Challa or Chadwick played this. Some of them will look back, but mostly because parents make them watch these movies. Others will not. Just take a look at Star Wars. A lot of the current Star Wars fan base were introduced to Star Wars via The Force Awakens. And the only real experience they have with Luke Skywalker is him drinking from the milk from the teat of some kind of seal creature on a rock. When parents tell them about the hero Luke Skywalker, they have no clue. They just know the jaded guy, and even if they go back to watch the previous Star Wars movies, it looks aged and dated to them, and a lot of them can't get into it, so they just switch off. So I think it would be a disservice to the coming generation to just wipe the slate clean of T'Challa on screen. I'm a comic book fan. I am pro T'Challa because his story is barely, we haven't even scratched the surface of T'Challa's story, right? And little black boys everywhere might not even know this character, because when you look at it, a lot of black kids, they don't know the black characters. What we had in Star Wars was Finn, and in the end was barely in it. It was just a shadow of himself. In Star Wars, again, we also had Lando Calrissian, but again, that's an old character that people did. A lot of kids, they're not going to go back to watch that. Blade, the Blade movie was shit. Now we're about to have Mahershala Ali. We had Cyborg in the Zack Snyder's Justice League, properly portrayed Cyborg, but Ray Fisher has been let go of his contract, and we're not going to have a Cyborg movie God knows when. So when it comes to black superheroes, there's barely anything there. DC has quite a few: Steel, Black Lightning, Static Shock, John Stewart, Green Lantern, but when are we going to get them on film? Not anytime soon. Whereas Black Panther is here now, and we should make the best of that. We should bring back T'Challa. His story is not over. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. He did a great job. Before his passing, I would say I could not see anyone portraying T'Challa other than Chadwick. But that said, he's no longer here, he's no longer with us. And things progress forward, and we should move forward. There should be a new T'Challa. It can't be Shuri or it can be Shuri as a Black Panther. It does happen in the comics. But T'Challa's not gone forever. He's there. He still has a story. And other characters have won the mantle. But T'Challa's still there. You know what I mean? Thor has been replaced. But the character, Thor Odin's son, he's still there. I think this is a mistake. But, you know, Disney's not going to fucking listen to me. But in any case, I still have hope that we will get to see a version of T'Challa brought in via the multiverse. So, hopefully I didn't stick my foot too far in it. Didn't stick my foot in my mouth. Won't get that many hate in the comments. Forgot about my coffee, it's almost cold. So, you guys, tell me, what do you think? Should we get a new version of T'Challa on screen? It would be great. I'd love to see it. And as usual, it's been your boy JP. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. And may the odds be ever in your favor. Wakanda forever, my ninjas. JP out.